All right, let's simplify this long expression involving surds and radicals. Now, this also has variables. We have the variable of x, variable of y. Here it is again here, the x, and the y right over there. We want to simplify all this and then add them together. Now, in order for that to happen, first we need to ensure what's under the house is the same. We've got an x here that can only add with another x variable, but unfortunately we have an 81 there, which makes it a little different. And the y here, 36y, is a little different to y. So what we're going to do is we're going to simplify what's under the house in order for us to best add and subtract the like terms or the like surds. So let's have a look at how we're going to simplify. Well, the 7 root x, that's pretty simple. Minus 2 root y, pretty simple. Let's simplify this guy here. So we've got to come up with two numbers that give us 81. So what times what gives us 81? And one of them needs to be a perfect square, as we have up there. So what times what is 81? Well, that's going to be 9 times 9. Many of you already know that, equals 81. So let's break it up into two houses, 9 and 9, and another house with the x. So that's going to look like this. As long as they're all still under the house, we've got that, 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 and we've got a 9 and a 9. We have a 9 and a 9, and bring down that x right there. So that is exactly the same as that. All of them are still in a house, as that is. We just separated them out. 9 times 9 is 81, and the root x, that's there under the house. Okay, let's simplify this one. Let's bring down the plus. So that's going to be something times something gives us 36. Well, that's going to be 6 times 6 equals 36. So let's have a look how we're going to do this. They don't have to be perfect squares, by the way. I may have said that earlier. So we got square root, and square root. All of them are under the house. So we got 6 and 6 and y. So that is equivalent to that. 6 and 6 gives us 36, and y is right there. That's still under the house. So that's kind of simplified right there. We can simplify it even further now. Now, what is root 9 times root 9? Well, root 9 times root 9 is the same as 9, because they're both square rooted. Now, the square root of 9 is 3 times square root of 9 is 3. That also equals 9, so that's a good check. Root 9 times root 9 is 9. So we can change that root 9 and root 9 into just 1 9. So that's 9 root x. And the root 6 times the root 6, that's just going to give us 6. So it's plus 6 root, well, bring down the y down there, drag and drop it, it's already there. Can't do anything with the y. So that turns into 6 root y, that turns into 9 root x. Let's drag and drop these two guys down here, just copy them exactly as they are, put them down there, so we've got one line for that whole expression. So dropping it down, we've got 7 root x minus 2 root y. 2 root y, and there's a plus after that. Let's put the plus right there. Okay, let's double check. Let me put a line over here. Let's double check. 7 root x, check. Minus 2 root y, check. Then we have this is already transformed into 9 root x, and that's simplified to 6 root y. Now all we have to do is look what's under the house, and if it's the same variable, we can add or subtract it. So where do we have same variables? Well, we've got a root x here variable, and we also have a root x right here. So that means these two guys, we can add them together. So let's go ahead and do that. 7 and 9, that's going to give us 7 plus 9 is 16. So that'll be 16 root x. Why is it root x? Because they both got an x under the house. Now, the other two we can add is these guys. We have a root y here and a root y. So let's add them together. So let's bring down the minus. So it's minus 2 plus 6, which is the same as 6 minus 2. 6 minus 2 is 4. So let's put a 4 there. So 4 is outside the house, and then in the house stays the same. We have a y in there, so it stays as y in there. So we have 16 root x plus 4 root y, and that's as simple as you can get. So the expression, this long expression here, simplifies to 16 root x minus 4 root y.